morning, everyone. It's Evelyn. I just have a quick, very special message for you that came up this morning, which I wanted to give you before my read today. So, I woke up this morning remembering a dream. It was very much with me still. After being at an oceanfront, I was in a building, and I had been led to a jump from the building into a pool of ocean water down below, but I'm like, oh, this isn't safe. And I saw some kids coming up, so I ran to make sure that they didn't jump off into the ocean water. And right after that, I came upon a lily that was empty inside, and there was a bluebird inside the lily. And it was pulling on its wing with its beak. So I looked up to see about a bluebird pulling on its own wing, and I found some information about bluebirds, about them playing dead in the sun in order to get sun, and also they draw ants to them to feed on any infection they may have, like a parasite or something like that. And also there was incidences of them playing dead to draw a black snake perhaps away from their nest or from their partner. But also domesticated birds or other birds pull wings out due to infection or nervous disorders or personality disorders or parasite, bacteria, virus. So they're cleaning their wings of dirt or infestations. The use of fluoxetine was coming up as showing severe side effects, and they relapse when they stop taking it. Heat, humidity, noise, stress, too much or too little sunlight, and sexual frustration can cause birds to pull their feathers out. And this was from petco.com. Isolation or lack of playtime with their pet parent and malnutrition can also play its part. And feathers tend to grow back within about a year. But also then preening was coming up, Preening, so cleaning themselves is a normal maintenance behavior to remove dirt and spread oil and adjust their feather position to keep feathers healthy. So then the first thing that came up about the bluebird was zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay, my oh my, what a wonderful day. Plenty of sunshine headed my way. Zippity-doo-dah and zippity-yay, there's a bluebird on my shoulder. Okay, so that was coming up. You can look up the rest of the lyrics if you'd like to. And then Paul McCartney and Wings' song Bluebird came up. Late at night when the wind is still, I'll come flying through your door, and you'll know what love is for. I'm a bluebird. Touch your lips with a magic kiss, and you'll be a bluebird too, and you'll know what love can do. And then the chorus again. Fly away through the midnight air as we head across the sea, and at last we will be free. You're a bluebird. At last we will be free, bluebirds, you and me. At last we will be free. And then the chorus again. All alone on a desert island, we're living in the trees and we're flying in the breeze. We're the bluebirds, singing bluebirds. Aha. Singing bluebirds, aha. And that was at 10:01. And that was from, I always go to AZ Lyrics when I look up lyrics. So then I looked up bluebird. The first one was guardian-angel-reading.com on July 16, 2020. Spirit animal who carries messages, happiness, pleasure, prosperity, and good health. A reminder of happiness and joy that is to come, spreading joy. Give yourself up to the beauty of nature that surrounds you and set yourself free. Seeing the wonder in the smallest of things. Opposite of the social butterfly, you will become incredibly close with a small group. Be aware of your surroundings and monitor the changes that come along. The bluebird does not have a lot of friends, but is very cheerful in its nature. Happiness and transitional effects in life. If you're about to step into a new chapter, the bluebird signals a source of happiness for you, a good sign, and act upon it immediately. God sends the bluebird as a deep source of relief until true happiness approaches you. In your dream, It's as normal as seeing your best friend or your mother in your dream. Good luck and happiness. And then from thebirdnature.com, contentment, consistency, trustworthiness, and pleasure. From the Navajos, an icon of wealth and productivity, good news. Something remarkable and brand new takes place. It also repels the winter. From the Pima, which was very significant for me, my grandmother, my yaya, was a bird watcher. And actually the bluebird was the only bird that I would have an association to her with, because I told her I saw a bluebird and she was arguing with me about it because she said there are no bluebirds on the East Coast. It must have been a blue jay. And I'm like, no, it wasn't. It was a bluebird. So that's the only conversation I ever had with my grandmother about birds. So in the Pima, they talk about the bluebird as improvement and development, and also the precursor of a time of revival, or in other words, the spring season. A renowned tale neighboring the bluebird is one of an individual of the Pima, like one of them. When there was a hideous bird that saw a wonderful pond, and there's my dream coming in because there was a pond in the ocean below this building I was in, and bathed in its own mystical water. It was changed into the wonderful bluebird as a perk for certainly not dreading the change as well as the ocean. This is when they take into consideration the bluebird to become a great transition advisor and a sign of a brand new tomorrow. From the Cochiti tribe, the bluebird title of the son's older, and here it didn't look like they spoke proper English because the sentences were very choppy and didn't make sense. So I'm assuming that means they're elder. Also discussing their ideas with the Navajo group, the Cochiti tribe, the mountain range bluebird performs to tribes to awaken them to welcome the morning sun. And then the Ojibwa tale of the color of the feathers was about diving in to capture the Nanabojo's paint, like the sun to the waterfall. And then I was getting the sky and the earth of the colors, the browns and the blues of the bluebird that bring those colors together. And in the dream, the end to the struggle, the relief, the weight of the world lifted off of your shoulders, and makes you lighter. I was also the color of white was coming up for me as this spiritual color, the sky, the earth, and the spirit. Spiritual or rapturous assistance of a loved one, a deceased loved one, helping to confirm your abundance or your complicated choice, an indicator of self-confidence. The Valentine that it stands for the bluebird as a male of laughter, signifying pleased affection, contentment, sharpness, commitment, trust, understanding, assurance, security, faith, heaven, and intelligence. To slow down and appreciate the little things. You love your comfy nest, and incredibly intimate and monogamous. Tweet. The bluebirds tweet and send their vibration that in order to tune them into their lover, to call them in. So that was all the information that was coming up about the bluebird. So after I wrote all this down, I went out front to say, oh, I've never found a blue feather, because I've collected all my feathers that I've found along my journey. And I have a red one from a cardinal and all sorts of other kinds of feathers, but never a blue one. So I went out front to see, are they giving me a blue feather today? And I didn't see any feathers, but I stood outside to ground myself for a minute and talked to my plants. I brought a plant inside that was cold. It was kind of wrapping itself in close because it was cold outside. And I decided to take one of my plants from the living room into my bedroom. So I went out to get some dirt because it needed some dirt in the pot, and I put some dirt in the pot and put the plant into my bedroom, because we were talking about that yesterday, about adding nature, more nature inside. And so I went to the kitchen to wash off my hands, and the picture that you see is the rainbow that was in my sink as I was washing off my hands. And the time was at 10. I took the picture at 10:53, so I literally was seeing this rainbow at 10:51 to 52, which is the king and the queen of swords, and coming after the 10:50, which is the happiness card, right? The bluebird of happiness. And look at this picture. I mean, literally, this is the head of the bird cleaning their wing, okay? And look, it's even signed by C. Check that out. How cool is that? I had to share this with you, and I also wanted to show you, because I did a drawing before I saw this, of what I was seeing in my dream so I wouldn't forget. And this is the picture that I drew, okay? So I wanted to send you this beautiful, beautiful message about happiness of the bluebird coming your way. And have an amazing, amazing day, you guys. Amazing, amazing day. Rise and be love, you guys. Bye. Can't believe it. Bye.